Jason Ramsey, I might get to go to his little concert.
Take myself down, he's still standing like a brick wall.
When they really get going, hopefully they'll start going your direction.
Today I'm going to be inducted into the National Honor Society for two-year colleges. Morning, everybody. So, it's been a while since I've filmed anything. You will probably see this in a different succession than what I actually edited the videos. But I took, and you probably noticed the break, I took almost a month break off of posting anything just because I was trying to get back into the swing of things after school started, and then we had a formal for our kids, and we just had a lot going on. And so I just decided, you know what, I needed a break. Look at the stack of Matt's pops in the background. So I'm actually in Matt's office because I'm getting ready to turn Yemen on. So we moved Yemen onto a nice shelf, but we need to get a different, if I can reach it, I need to get a different setup for his cords because they're so hard to reach. Anyway, good morning, Yemen. He's got to be probably like 2 now. We've had him for so long. Anyway, yeah, so that's just been what's going on. But I figured now I would kind of pick back up. Now that I'm back, we're done with that really busy part of the season. We're going to get really busy again. Ireland starts Swan Lake practice this weekend. So she has an audition for a summer intensive with a different ballet company. So that should be interesting. Oh, by the way, I sat on my glasses, so I had to pull out some spares. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm about due for a new pair of glasses anyway, so I just figured I had these stuffed in a drawer and I pulled them out and figured I would put them on and wear them for now. I do have contacts. I just don't put them in all the time. I started back to adult ballet. Yeah, so that's kind of the catch up of what's been going on. What else? Our winter formal turned out really neat. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. We're going to go do a microscope lab today. And then we actually have a ski trip tonight. So we had taken a ski trip with our homeschool group, well, a field trip. And we ended up not being able to do the skiing part of it because they didn't have staffing and they were closing early. But they gave us a really good discounted rate, actually better than what we were supposed to have the day we were there. And so we're doing a redo of it tonight. There's a group of us going that were there at the original trip, and then a couple more decided that they were going to tag along too. So it should be a really fun day, and I thought I would bring you along with it. And yeah, let's go head out for a fun homeschool day, shall we?
Right. So this is the arm, and then what's down here? Base. The base. So when I carry a microscope, I want to have. You're not going to be able to see it.
Oh no, you totally need a head, Zane.
Crazy Mercury.
Roxy, the Wizard of Oz. I don't know this song.
Because
That's the Wizard of Oz.
I want to be the lion.
All right, we are on to the second part of our day. Matt's part of his Valentine's present on his head. Anyway, we've got Ireland, Aspen, Zane, and we are headed off to go skiing today. So
I'm going to wash the car.
Yeah, I'm not going to ski either. This is the kid's first time skiing, and I think Zane chose not to ski. He's going to hang out in the lodge with us and play games or whatever, just hang out. Yeah, he brought Uno. Anyway, yeah, so that is what we are off to do this evening for the second half of our homeschool day. This is actually the second half of a trip that we had done. And I think I told you guys earlier, but we had actually gone for a field trip to Chestnut Mountain And so now we're going back for the skiing part. I don't know. Do you want to tell them?
Okay, so I got my swan lake part. I'm a part of the waltz, which, if you didn't know, is super duper long. Like, super long. And then I also, this Sunday, have an audition as well for ballet summer intensive.
And how about your crush on Gordon Ramsay?
I don't have a crush on Gordon Ramsay.
She does not.
No.
Or not? Sorry, that's not a statement.
Gordon Ramsay.
I don't have a crush on him.
Mason Ramsey.
Hey, Mason Ramsay.
Mason
I'm sorry.
Ramsey. I might get to go to his little concert, which is exciting. So,
She's hoping. She's
hoping.
She's trying to save up to buy the tickets for herself.
Yes.
to
She
go.
doesn't have a lot of time.
No. I have about a month. But anyways, yeah. So that's
Sorry.
my busy.
Who's Gordon Ramsay? Oh, that's the chef.
The chef. How'd you like skiing?
Ireland, she fell, moved about an inch, landed on her legs inside out.
Inside out, yeah. She went knees in.
I did not land inside out. I did only make it like half an inch.
But then
Hey, is it your thing?
no,
No, skiing is not our thing.
the instructor, because it's 6 o'clock, the instructor was coming out and started doing some leg movement like this, and then 1 foot movements, and went back, got her other ski, 1 foot movements, and then started moving all around for like maybe 10 minutes of that, and then 10 minutes of the other stuff, so about 20 minutes of that. And then I was like, well, we're not going to go on the ramps yet. So they put us on the ramps, and, well, let's just say I went down and I did not pizza. So
You French fried, didn't you?
I French fried, I did not pizza. And I went down, right? And the ski instructor's right here, right? And I'm going about 20 miles an hour. This guy slowed down. And this is me. I crash into him. I take myself down. He's still standing like a brick wall. I'm still standing. Well, yeah, that's what happened. And I do not hate that. We're trying to
Morning, everybody. So it is Matt's birthday weekend, and we're headed out. Where are we going, guys? Do you know?
Popcorn place.
Yeah, we are going to have a field trip at Popcorn Company. They're gonna do some sort of science experiment with popcorn with us and tell us what it's like to run their business. So that's where we're headed off. So birthday boy, what are your plans this weekend?
Here's the birthday.
I need my seatbelt. I need my seatbelt.
I don't know. Might do some fishing. Go see your dad. At some point. And then, I don't know. Lasagna.
Yeah.
Sunday.
I'm making him homemade
I took the
lasagna.
day off of work today to just putz around. She's yelling at me. She said, get up. What are you doing sleeping? It's 9:30.
It was 10 o'clock.
It's my day off.
Anyway, yeah, so we're headed out and we'll see you guys in a bit.
Find out. Well, when they really get going, hopefully they'll start going your direction. Maybe these are lazy kernels. They don't seem to like they want to jump a whole lot.
Yeah, no kidding.
But you see what I'm talking about? When they pop, they're more or less a little ball sticks. You're going to have to go up from there. You're going to have to add enough zero. Think about it. About 50,000 pounds will go through it.
We are done with our field trip. We spent some time at the park today, which was the first time since winter's. I mean, it's still technically winter time for a few more days. And you never know, it's the Midwest. We could still have snow yet.
It happened before.
Yeah, it happened the day Zane was born. Happened in April, so that's not surprising with you.
Yeah.
It's January, baby.
April, the year Zane was born, we got like 2 inches.
Yep.
Yeah. I forgot about that. It was snowing like crazy. Looking out the hospital room.
Oh. Past church. Anyway, we are headed off to go look at some cars. T came along today.
little unexpectedly. We were thinking, and then we started thinking, and then we stopped thinking, and now we're thinking.
We stopped thinking. Don't think, it's a dangerous
We're gonna
thing.
stop thinking because we're thinking about
No,
stopping.
really think. It's dangerous not to think,
Wait.
isn't it?
You guys really want to hear something?
Yes.
We're gonna stop thinking because we're thinking about stop thinking.
Yeah, you should
So-
really stop thinking about stop thinking.
The next move that we do, we might not have a truck anymore, so that's kind of interesting. We've had a truck for a long time.
Yeah, we're thinking, we're thinking that we want something that has more passenger space.
I can throw my mobility scooter in.
Yeah, because if you didn't know, Matt does need to use a mobility scooter.
From time to time.
Scooter.
From time to time.
Yeah, to get around. Otherwise, it's hard. Like, he isn't able to go to the zoo and stuff with us, and it'd be nice for him to be able to do that. So, plus, we have to put a lot of miles on my vehicle when we take more than 3 of our kids with us. So, and that happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, we'd like to just have the ability to take either one of our vehicles and not put so much mileage on one
You
of
guys want to
them.
hear something crazy?
Yes.
This truck has 200,000 miles.
I thought you were going to tell us to stop thinking.
It does. They probably would have never guessed that if they looked at it. But
Yeah,
yes,
it's in really good
I
shape.
have put a lot of miles on this truck. But we take care of it. We keep it up. You know, we've done a lot of maintenance on it. But yes, it has 202, 383 miles today.
Yeah, so it's about time to trade it in, I do believe.
Yeah, I can't stop.
So, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we're off doing. And then, we don't know what's going to happen with the weather tonight, but it is our first, not our first, like, severe weather alert of the season, because obviously we get snow alerts and stuff during the winter.
Our
Severe
first-
weather that way.
Our
But,
first springtime type storm.
yeah. So they're talking potential tornadoes tonight. Straight line winds are what's really,
Well, right now it is super windy.
yeah, windy, and it's hot. It's
It's 80, over 80.
80
and humid.
degrees, and it went from just last week being really cold in the 30s and stuff
It's not good outside.
to 80 degrees. So it's a 50-degree difference in just a week's time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the Midwest. This is very normal weather for us to go back and forth.
You guys want to hear my favorite weather?
What?
It's gotta be when we have a really bad storm. Because I get to stay awake.
What about snow though? I think
Yeah, I don't play in the snow as much
No.
anymore because I haven't got to go sledding anywhere.
There
Well, we
wasn't
didn't
snow
really
for
have-
it this year.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have the snow, and then when it did snow, it was super cold.
Yeah, we got snow
So-
and then it got real bitter cold.
Yeah, there was no really good snowstorms this year. It was very dry
I
winter.
could step
You know,
out.
we would cross the Mississippi River, and I used to, before my back surgery and things like that, I did a lot of ice fishing. I grew up on the ice. And, I mean, every weekend. And we were talking about, all season long, we were seeing them fish in the ice harbor, and I'm like, man, I just don't know if I trust that ice. We kept saying it'd get warm, and they'd still be out there. It'd rain, and they'd still be out there. And I'm like, man, I just don't think I trust that ice. Well, there must have been a lot of ice in that ice harbor, because it is 80 degrees today.
Oh, look. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. See? Wind advisory in effect until 1 a.m. Sorry. If we would have passed it, you wouldn't have seen it.
It is 83 actually today, and it was almost 80 yesterday, and it's been warm for 2 weeks, and there was still ice on the ice harbor yesterday.
Yeah.
Nowhere else but on that harbor there was ice.
Yeah, there's no snow, no ice anywhere.
I was shocked. I was like, wow, there was still, and it, of course, it's not good ice, but it was enough that you could see a layer of ice still. I was shocked.
Speaking of fishing, me and him are going fishing on Sunday.
Maybe.
Possibly, yes.
Maybe.
Possibly on Sunday.
He's, I'm going to make a pun here. He's biting at the bit to go.
Yeah, he is.
to go fishing. He really wants to go. So anyway, we are off to go look at. Good morning. So actually it's good afternoon. I am getting ready to head off to Adoration, but today I'm going to be inducted into the National Honor Society for 2-year colleges. So I'm going to Phi Theta Kappa. I'm going to the induction ceremony for that. So I'm already a member, but this is the induction ceremony. I haven't even had a chance to make my bed or do anything like that today. It's just been crazy busy. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're off to do today. Last night I woke up, oh my goodness, must have been 3 o'clock in the morning by the biggest crack of thunder. Like it shook the house. So, and apparently I did that a couple of times, but I only woke up for one. Anyway, this is my attire for the Phi Theta Kappa induction ceremony. I just did business casual, tank top, dress shirt, and then some black pants. I'm gonna wear a pair of black ballet flats. And then I got my Madonna and Child on. And then I have my Phi Theta Kappa pen, pin. When I received my package in the mail of like the regalia and stuff for graduation, this pin was in there and I'm like, I don't know what I'll ever wear that for. And then today I was like, you know what? I can put that on for the induction ceremony and maybe wear it to some of we do some fundraising stuff and some events in the community. So I guess that would be a reason to be able to use it. So how many times can I say so? I'm in a hurry. I've got to get to adoration. Anyway, I'm going to head off now. I'm still reading. I've been telling you guys about the book that I've been reading when I go to adoration. I usually try to get a chapter in while I'm there. Why We Are Catholic. So if you're curious about it, I will post the link to it so that you can read it if you want to. It's such a good read. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm not quite halfway through, but I'm getting there. You'd be surprised how much a chapter can add. Anyway, I'm gonna head out the door, and then I'll see y'all in a little bit. Look, T's taller today. She's wearing heels for the first time. Yeah. You gotta check these out.
Got little monster high heels.
Aren't those cute? Anyway, she is joining me for my induction. Yeah. And we're going to pick up Grandma and Dad. She's gonna go with us, so we're headed out.
Yeah.